What's going on, peeps? So apparently there has been another leak regarding Street Fighter V. A couple of weeks ago, if you remember on my Rashid video, I was talking about three possible leak characters. One was a character named Rashid, which we've obviously confirmed that was accurate. Another character was named Zen from India, and then the third character was a character named Laura from Brazil. Well, apparently Laura does exist, because now there have been photos that have come out kind of confirming this, and I'm going to show you the photos in just a minute, so just bear with me. So that leaves us to another character, which is a character named Zen, and this character is supposedly from India. If you take those two characters and you figure out what region they're from, one's from Brazil, one's from India, that kind of eliminates Blanca and Dhalsim. Now, it doesn't 100% eliminate them from the roster, but it does kind of seem to me that we're probably not going to see those characters. A lot of people have been pushing for Alex. Maybe it's Alex, maybe it's someone else. We have no idea who's coming out. So it could be a whole bunch of things. Yoshinori Ono has been showing Blanca in all of these pictures. He dressed up as Blanca. So the initial thought was that he was going to have Blanca in the game. I was kind of looking forward to seeing Blanca in the game. That's probably not going to happen now because of the information regarding these two characters. You never know. There's still one spot open for a classic character. Who that character is, I have no idea at this point. But anyway, let's get to the pictures of Laura, because there's a lot to talk about here. So here she is, and obviously the first thing you're going to notice about her is how strikingly beautiful she is. She's quite voluptuous, and as most Street Fighter V or Street Fighter character, female characters in general, she is really pretty. Now, one of the things that you're going to notice, obviously, is she is in the Brazil stage, and in some of the other photos I'm going to show you, she has some kind of attacks where she has electricity. Given the fact that she lives in Brazil, or she's from Brazil, kind of gives the impression that she might have some relation to Blanca, which kind of further indicates that maybe Blanca won't be in the game at launch. But then again, maybe he will be in the game at launch. Who knows? But at this point, it's almost pointless for any of us to really speculate. So looking at her right now, let's check out some other photos of her. So as we can clearly see, she is dressed in a appropriate clothing for battle. But I don't know. I'm a little confused as to where she fits in the Street Fighter universe. You would think that this kind of character slot would have been taken by Elena, but I have no idea how she fights, what her style is, or anything. Just other than a couple of these photos, we really don't have much indication or much to go on. So I just don't know. I can't wait to see her. The character design actually looks really cool. She definitely has beauty, and she's probably gonna be just judging from the pictures, because I have no other information other than that. She looks like she's gonna be a character that is gonna be grabbing a lot. So that's going to be interesting, because we already have a lot of characters that do that. So again, I just don't know where they're going with this. So in this third image here, she's doing a kick that again kind of reminds me of Elena, but I could be totally wrong. It's almost impossible, given how intricate and how much animation is in Street Fighter, to kind of decipher what a character's style is just by a one-frame photo. But it's obvious that she's quite nimble. It's obvious that she's Latin or from Brazil. Those are the obvious things. She's gonna be real cool. I can already see it. I just, when you look at the character and you look at how she fits in the characters that they have already, I'm still a little bit confused, because I think Street Fighter has always had this kind of feel to its games where, you knew that like for any of the games like Street Fighter 4, once it got to like Ultra Street Fighter 4 or Alpha 3, or any of those games where the character roster pretty much consisted of most of the Street Fighter universe, those are different. But if you take like Street Fighter 3 and Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter Alpha 1 and 2, they kind of had a balance as far as not so much gameplay wise, but style wise and the way the characters look. It was kind of telling a certain kind of story. So I don't know how that all fits into Street Fighter 5. I do know that we are lacking a true zoner in Street Fighter 5, and she doesn't appear to be a zoner. I was kind of wondering what was going on with the grappling, but that brings me to my next point. Is she a grapple character? Is she another kind of pseudo grappler character? Because if she is, I think that's going to be a little bit problematic. I kind of feel that way about Alex, and if they would have introduced him to the game, given the limited roster, I would say, wow, we have another grappler type character. And that would give Street Fighter V a complete and totally different vibe than any other Street Fighter. I'm not saying I'm for it or against it, it just seems unconventional. So here we are looking at another move, and here's where we start getting into a lot of the grapple type of moves or takedowns. Now, for all I know, these are just multiple photos of her throw. And if that's all it is, then that's all it is. I have nothing else to say further about it. Of course, as with everything, this is all speculation. I have no idea exactly where they're going and what type of character this is. Other than the kind of visual you kind of get an idea of what she looks like, not so much who she is and what her story is or what she's about. I really can't wait to hear a little bit more about her story and see kind of where she fits in the universe and how obviously she animates, what her fighting style is. There's so many questions, and the bad thing about these kind of things, these leaks, is that it kind of makes people or has people kind of speculate as opposed to knowing. So if they would have just given us a reveal, we kind of get all the information they want to give us. Where leaks are concerned, it's pretty much all up to speculation and people assuming that they know something. I can already hear people being disappointed in the character because it's not something that they like or they want or whatever it is, and I don't know how anyone could really make that judgment without actually knowing what the character is about first. But as I say that, here I am talking about the character and making my own assumptions and judgments. But anyway, moving on. So to me, this image is probably one of the most revealing images of the leaked images, and I'm not really commenting on her boobs, kind of getting a nipple slip there, it looks like, or close to it. I'm talking about actually she got Ryu on the floor, and you see this electricity all around him, and for all I know, it could just be a coincidence, and maybe this is just the element that they're giving her. But the fact that she's from Brazil, the fact that Yoshinori Ono has been kind of teasing Blanca with the little figurine and dressing up like Blanca, and he kind of did that while he was showing off the stage, and this is the character that we're getting. It can't really be a coincidence. There has to be some kind of relation between her and Blanca. So I don't know, but as far as this move is concerned or what's going on here, there's like an impact kind of thing on the floor there. So she probably grabbed him and flipped him over by his arm and is shocking him at the same time, unless maybe this is her V trigger activated or V skill move, who knows. But it is kind of giving us a little bit more information as to what kind of character she is. So in this image, Ryu is getting elbowed in the neck. I don't know why I find that funny, but there's an observation I want to make here. The stage is obviously looking a lot better than what they showed it off before. Now you see fruits in the background, and you see characters back and forth, and it really looks great. It's really bright and colorful, and I love it. Noticing that the infamous statue of Jesus isn't there. Instead, it looks like a chess pawn or some kind of joystick. So I don't know if that's something that's part of some kind of story they're doing, or if they just don't want the religious controversy. I don't know, and I really don't care, but it's just an observation. Or maybe it's Zangief's dick. I'm sorry. I'm still just not over that move. Anyway, moving on once again. So again, here is another grapple move, or it could be just one of the animations from the same grapple move. Maybe it's one grapple move and we've just seen different images of it in its different states. Who knows? Again, we can't really tell. I can't assume that this is a grappler character just because they're showing some grapple moves, because again, it could just be her normal throws that we're looking at. Just maybe a frame here and there, so no way to really tell, but she does look like she's having a really good time. I don't know, if you kind of take away Ryu out of the picture, she looks like she just maybe won some kind of tournament, maybe like a Street Fighter tournament. I don't know. And this image really doesn't show anything. It's kind of a pointless picture. It's just electricity and some stuff going on inside there. We're just gonna move on. So here's the image of the last image of the leaks, and actually this is my favorite image of the bunch because I get to really get a good look at her face. And again, sticking to the whole kind of motif of what this character possibly seems about, there's electricity and there's grappling. So as far as gameplay aspect is concerned, that's what we're looking at. But you can clearly see her face, her hair, you can see her bracelets. You get to see a lot more of this character than some of the other photos are showing. So I like it. It kind of gives a really good understanding if we're going on at, with the speculation that she's a character that's grappling and obviously with a lot of electricity. So you kind of see another move. I don't think this is the same move, or possibly even the same move as some of the other photos where they show her grabbing onto Ryu, because most of the other photos she's grabbing onto his arm, where in this photo she's got her arms around his neck. In fact, the same neck that she just elbowed in one of the pictures earlier. I don't know why I find this stuff amusing, but I do. Anyway, so this is it. What are your thoughts on this character? Do you like the design? Do you even think that this is authentic? Because I've heard a couple of people think that this is fake, and I clearly don't think it's fake, as I illustrated early in the video that there were some leaks as far as character names and stuff, and she was one of the names, and now here we have imagery of her. It looks pretty authentic as far as the way she is fitting in with Ryu. It doesn't look like a fake, so I'm pretty confident that this is real. So anyway, what are your thoughts? Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe for more content. Mastermind out.
Kings of the block, step too close, kid, you might get shot. Only one master is going straight to the top. One cross move, your whole game.